A couple of years ago, me and my wife went to Hot Springs. We sit down next to this lady and begin to tell her about Jesus. She says, well, I'm a Christian. I've been going to this church for 16 years. And as we begin to talk, she says, well, I'm living with my boyfriend for many years. And we've been going to this church. We know this church, it's locally here. And in my mind, there was this confusion. How can this woman, who view herself as a Christian, yet at the same time live in an adultery relationship with this man? She doesn't see anything wrong with that. In fact, she spoke to us like everything was fine. I find this idea in Christian circles that what you do in your private life, it really doesn't matter. What matters is what you do in your public life. And the Bible kind of breaks this idea. Apostle Paul in 2 Timothy 3, 1-5 says, realize this, in the last days, difficult times will come. Men will be lovers of self, lovers of money, boastful, arrogant, revilers, disobedient to parents, ungrateful, unholy, unloving, irreconcilable, malicious gossips, without self-control, brutal, haters of God, treacherous, reckless, conceited, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, holding to a form of godliness, although they have denied its power. Apostle Paul describing these people with this phrase, holding to a form of godliness. See, there's a difference in how they perceive themselves to the public and who they are in private. To be a Christian, it really is important to who we are in private, because who we are in private is the reality of who we are. Jesus says, many will come to me on that day. He says, many. And they say, Lord, Lord, didn't we not prophesy in your name? Didn't we cast out demons in your name? Didn't we perform miracles in your name? And Jesus says, I will declare to them, I never knew you. Depart from me, you who practice lawlessness. There's kind of this division between what they practice and how they live. They see the power of Jesus cast out demons. They see the power of Jesus performing miracles. They see the power of Jesus prophesying. But in their personal life, they practice lawlessness. This is who we are. It's habitual life. I have noticed in Christian circles. Yet people say, well, I'm a Christian, but they are drunkards. They drink alcohol. They say, well, I'm a Christian, and they live in lust and pornography. They say, well, I'm a Christian, yet they cheat, lie, and they live a non-Christian life. See, what matters is who we are inside. It doesn't matter if we hold a form of godliness. We come to church, we sing some songs. We even might participate in ministry. But what matters is what's going on in our heart. This is who we are. Jesus in Mark 12:30, says, love your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, with all your strength. See, we would like to think this way. Jesus, I'll give you 10%, 15% of my heart. But what's going on with the rest of my heart, it really doesn't matter. And God says, no. I want all of your heart, all of your mind, all of your strength, all of your soul. And that is important because the absence of God creates this two system of Christianity where we publicly make an appearance that we're believers. Privately, we live a habitual, sinful life. We go back to the things that God hates. And we need to know that because we might be one of those Christians who would come to Jesus on that day and say, Lord, I'm a Christian, and Jesus says, I never knew you. So it's very important to examine our hearts, see where we are, and make sure we practice what we confess. May the Lord bless you.